Hey y'all, welcome to another video. I'm excited about this one. We're going to talk about how to juggle a 9-to-5 job and a side business without causing burnout. So I'm going to jump right into it. I have 3 topics that I want to discuss with you all in this video today. And the first one is how I manage my time effectively. So the one thing I really do to make sure I use my time effectively is I use my calendar to the T. I'm going to make sure that I share my calendar with you all on the screen here, but I make sure that my work meetings are on my personal calendar, along with my client meetings, my business meetings. They are all on that same personal calendar that I use. And now this gives me a clearer picture in what my days look like. So now I have an idea of, okay, if I have meetings from 8 to 11 for my job, and my next work meeting is from, let's just say, for example, it's 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, then I know that I have a pocket of time from 11 to 1. And so, of course, I make sure that my work tasks are done and I do not slack in that area. That's when I also dedicate time for my business as well. So this is the beauty of working from home. I will mention that I do work from home. So I do understand that everybody does not have this privilege, but just speaking from my experience, and this is just what I do, I do make sure that if I have like a 2-hour block, I think about the tasks that need to get done within my business. So if it is planning for content, if it's sending out emails, or anything that's like short, easy tasks that need to be done, I make sure I get it done within that window of time that's free and not within a meeting. The next thing I do is, I have my husband and we make sure that our personal calendars are synced. So we do have our girls at home with us. And so he also has the visibility to look at my calendar and vice versa. So now we're able to see, okay, now you know that when I'm in meetings and vice versa. And of course, we talk about, hey, I want to get this done within this time block. We coordinate schedules. So that's really important. If you do have a partner at home, having those types of conversations, especially with children involved, is vital so that you can have a thriving business for yourself, of course, and for your family, most importantly. But of course, that type of communication is very, very helpful. The second thing that I do to prevent burnout is I set realistic goals for myself. So what does that look like? Well, for me, I work backwards. So I think about what my 3-month goal is, and then essentially break that up into a daily task. So what I mean by that is I think about, for example, how I built my network marketing business. So I had a goal for myself where I wanted to bring 3 new partners to my next conference within a 3-month time frame. So within that network marketing business, I knew that I needed to have at least 30 meetings essentially on a monthly basis in order to hit that benchmark of having 3 new partners within 3 months. So now that I have that perspective, now I even break up the task even smaller. So I know that I need 30 meetings per month. Now, what does that look like on a weekly and daily time frame? So for me, that looks like having 1 to 3 meaningful conversations on a day-to-day basis so that I can meet the 30 meetings on a monthly basis. And then that's when I'm able to meet the benchmark of having 3 new partners within 3-month time frame. So for me, that helps me because it limits me being, it doesn't cause me to be overwhelmed. Because if I'm constantly thinking about, oh my goodness, how am I going to get 3 new partners in 3 months? I have no idea, what I need to do if I'm just thinking about that goal. So essentially, I just make sure that I just chunk it up, work backwards, and chunk up those tasks so that now I'm thinking about, okay, all I need to do is have 1 to 3 meaningful conversations. And when I'm able to meet that goal, I celebrate those wins because I know that that's getting me closer to my bigger goal. So the third point for this video for preventing burnout is I make sure to have a good work-life balance. Now, this is going to bleed into what I mentioned in my first point, but basically I utilize my calendar when it comes to my work-life balance. So anything that my children, that my me time, anything that I want to do for myself that's just fun, not business related or anything, is on my calendar. So for example, so Saturdays are my family day. I try to block out my time as best as I can so that I can do something with my family. For example, for the most part, my Saturdays is from 11 to about 3 or 4 o'clock. That's just blocked, and that's just whatever we want to do during that time is dedicated to family, so that nobody else can block that time on my calendar. Because I do utilize Calendly as my appointment scheduler, and of course I send out that link out to any lead that I have, and they will see that Saturdays are pretty much blocked. When I do have those rare occasions of having a client meeting on Saturday between my family time on Saturday, I look at Sunday and I just block out that whatever time frame that I have on Sunday to my family. For example, if I have a client meeting from 1 to 2 on Saturday, I make sure that I block my time on Sunday to be with my family. So I really do make sure that, my girls, my husband, we all spend quality time together because that's who I do it for, right? The next thing I do, of course, I add anything that my kids are into. So soccer practice, whatever it is that they are into and that they are doing at that moment, I make sure, of course, that is on my calendar as well. I also make sure that I put any of my me time. So yes, anytime I'm hanging out with friends, family, that we're going out somewhere, I make sure I block that on my calendar as well. And then the last thing I do is I really do. I'm a Netflix person, so I love watching TV shows, movies, anything like that. And I actually time box that because I know that for me, I can literally binge watch a season of a TV show for hours and hours at a time. So the moments that I really do feel like, okay, I'm starting to get close to feeling burnt out mentally, I take advantage. I really do not feel bad about it. I say, okay, let me watch one episode of a show, and I time box that. So I watch one episode, sometimes 2, and then I just go about my business, and that really does make me feel refreshed and new because I'm not constantly just thinking about business. I kind of step away from it and just go in a place where I just don't have to think. So that's needed for me. I need that time to just not think so hard. So those are the things that help me prevent burnout when it comes to juggling a 9-to-5 job and my side. If you like this video, I will love the support. Please like it, share with a friend. Also, please subscribe as well if you enjoy these types of videos. Comment down below what you thought about it. If you would like to hear me talk about something else, I would love to hear your feedback and talk to you all in the comment section below. Until then, I'll talk to you all in the next video.